Okay, I'm sure some of you guys know that I've been making hella Source 2 videos lately, but one of the most common comments I see on all of my Source 2 videos is people straight up saying that we don't need Source 2. Like, some people think they're straight up not going to be able to play the game anymore, or that CSGO's just going to be completely ruined if it gets it. The thing though is, this isn't the case at all. If you're someone who wants to keep playing CSGO after it does get its port to Source 2, which is going to be coming sometime here in the near future, you have to understand that all this is doing is modernizing the game. The Source 2 port is only setting the game to modern standards for today. Now, for those who want a little bit more detail though, what exactly does that mean? The biggest thing is a better optimized engine, which means not only better graphics in game, but smoother performance, more consistent FPS, and potentially improved latency even as well. Supposedly, the game would be moving from DirectX 9 to DirectX 11 or 12, which could also add Vulkan support, which is all just major improvements for the game. Just for example, the better physics within the Source 2 engine make the game stutter significantly less. If you're someone who's played CSGO for a while, you've probably experienced like sudden FPS drops or major stuttering in game when something major happens, like a bomb goes off or something like that. The port to Source 2 should potentially stop all of this, which is just a major improvement by itself alone. On top of all this as well, of course, Source 2 is rumored to bring improved graphics to the game. Now, will the graphics look insanely nice like this Dust 2 Unreal Engine 5 recreation? I highly doubt it, and I'd be very surprised if this is the route they take. Most likely, we'll see something more like this, where they look a lot more basic to something like we have right now. But again, with the new better optimized engine, you're not going to see performance decreases because of these better graphics. Using past games ported to Source 2, for example, you might see a 10 to 20% decrease in FPS at most. And to be honest, most people probably won't even experience this at all. Most people will probably see just normal FPS like they get with CSGO, but with it just a lot smoother all around. Now, all of that right there, in my opinion, that is the main reason why CSGO absolutely needs the Source 2 port. But there's a little bit more to it than just that. If CSGO does get its full port to Source 2, what the new engine will allow is for content creators and devs to make new content significantly easier for the game. What this means is, instead of getting a new operation once every year or once every 2 years maybe, we could get multiple new operations within 1 year alone. Now, would Valve actually do something like that? I have no clue, but it's just an example to show how much Source 2 is going to improve content flow and content creation. On top of this though, again, something that means a little bit more to devs than to players is that CSGO code's going to be significantly cleaner. Instead of the game running on the original Source engine, which dropped in 2004 and has been crazy modified and improved to get to where it is now, we'll get all of that plus more from the much more simplified, easier to use Source 2 engine. And not to mention, with that cleaner code, it would be significantly easier for devs to find and sort out bug fixes than it is for Counter-Strike right now. One last thing that I want to mention for this video is the potential rebrand that's coming to CSGO with the Source 2 port. While it doesn't require any of the engine features, it's been rumored and leaked that there is a rebrand coming out with this whenever it does drop. And what it looks like is CSGO might get rebranded to just Counter-Strike. Instead of CSGO 2, it would just be Counter-Strike. I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but the more likely rumor that seems to happen is the rebrand of Counter-Strike teams. Instead of calling them the Counter-Terrorists and the Terrorists, they would just be called the CTs and the Ts. It's a very subtle change that some people might not like, but it makes the game a lot more advertiser friendly, and it also just makes social medias a lot more likely to promote CSGO content. So not only does that mean more potential views for us content creators, it also means a lot more potential players for CSGO, and just as well a major opportunity for Valve to take advantage of expanding their player base even more. Anyways though, this is why CSGO needs Source 2. All of these things are not going to cause negatives to any players really, and in my opinion at least, this is why CSGO really needs Source 2. With all that said though, if you guys made it this far in the video, you know what to do. Drop a like, and of course subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.